Hello and welcome to today's family program. I'm Dr. Kitcher, and today we are here to continue our discussions with you, which you know has to do with your relationship and living with other people and also shaping your own life so you can do better. Well, before we get into our topic for the day, I would want you to invite a friend or two to join this program so that they can also together with you enjoy what we are receiving here. You also may know, if you are here for the first time, then this program is based one on the other. So we always encourage you to listen to and watch the previous ones in order to grasp the full meaning and intent of what we are doing here. So our topic for today is what you live with, you become. What you live with, you become. And it's very, very important to understand that sometimes we put up with certain things and we will not necessarily look for what the effects of putting up with those things brings into our lives. For instance, if a person lives with criticism, at the end, the person will learn to what? Condemn. Many people who look to be condemned in everything grew up or they have lived so long with criticism. So before you criticize anybody, make sure you have the facts right. And it must be something constructive, because if you do blunt criticisms, then you are feeding people with what will eventually make them to begin to condemn everything and everybody. If you live with criticism, you would learn to condemn. What are you living with? It will be very, very important to always find out what are the lessons or what can I become because of what I am going through. The next thing I would like to talk about is that there are many people who actually want you to understand maybe you did something wrong and put you to shame and, say it straight in your face without any, feeling of love or understanding. And usually when people live with shame, they will learn to be guilty. They would always feel guilty. They will feel they've not done something right. So before you put somebody to shame, before you shame anybody, remember those things can eventually make the person live a life of always having that guilty consciousness. It is very, very important that before we say things that to shame or make people's head to come down instead of, head up, chest out, and being joyful, we must consider. Because the moment we make people endure shame, they begin to feel they are guilty, they are of no use, and they can't be beneficial in any way. Moving on, I would want you to, like I said, call a friend, tell somebody about this program, and watch together so you can all, enjoy the benefits that we are getting over here. We need to make sure we encourage people. This is the positive part. You need to be someone who encourages others, because anytime you make people feel encouraged, they begin to build confidence. So when people live with constant encouragement, they build in themselves confidence. It's so, so important that we learn to live encouraging, lifting the spirits up of people who come our way. When you are able to do this, I can guarantee you, people around you will begin to be better. It is always good to encourage people. It brings the best out of them. It makes them stick out and stand out. It makes them feel, they can. And eventually, you will see them doing things that they have never been able to do. They can overcome fear through hearing the voice and messages of encouragement. Also, we must make sure that we don't live with, inequality, or I would say live with fairness. Because when you live with fairness, there is something that you learn. You will learn justice. You will learn justice. There is so much injustice, which is a result of people living with no fairness. So live with fairness. Be fair in your judgments. Be fair in your conclusions. Be fair in your submissions. And by so doing, you are going to definitely make somebody know that justice is also a prerequisite for building and making good lives. It is very, very, very important that you adhere to these things that I'm saying here, because it will help you not only in your relationship with other people, but it will help you even on your career ladder. Because if you cannot stand criticism, you will never be a good leader. When you are up there, people see you, some may not understand, they may say things that is not so. So if they criticize you and you coil into your shell, rather than rising up and looking at why they criticize you and correcting it, then you would end up learning to feel so condemned. Let me just go over the things that I've said to you again before I say bye to you. I said, if you live with criticism, you will learn condemnation. And if you live with shame, you will learn to feel guilty. If you live with praise, you would learn to appreciate. If you live with encouragement, you will definitely learn confidence. And if you live with fairness, you will learn justice. It is so important that you make sure what you are living with will make you learn a lesson that will benefit and appreciate your life. This is today's family program. I'm Dr. Albert Kitcher, and if you have just joined us, we are about to round up, but you can always go back and listen to this broadcast, and I know it's going to be helpful to you. We bring you here nuggets that will help you to navigate your way in life. We'll see you in a week's time, and before then, don't just listen or watch, but put what you have heard and seen into practice. Be fair, encourage, don't criticize. If you would, make it constructive. Learn to appreciate, and don't put people to shame. Let people around you always feel better than they met you. Till I see you again next week, I wish you every best and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.